Sure.
We have an Urban Decay section that's very good. Number 1, the Walmart rape attempt.
Jesus.
This was crazy.
This was in Miami.
Miami is just not where you want to be for spring break. There's too many people that don't know how to act.
This is like in a packed Walmart, apparently.
During the day, yeah.
This guy thought he was going to get a rape in. And thank God there's some strong men around.
Because wrestle him. Leah Thomas can't do that. Or actually, she can.
He can.
Yes, she can.
So this big guy, they're fighting him. And so apparently this guy was just on top of this woman in a dress. So it was like flip the dress, like get on top of her. I don't know how far along this guy was. But it was like in a Walmart. And so there's a piece of my brain that immediately goes to like, would this have happened 4 years ago if there wasn't constant lawlessness, coverage of lawlessness, looting, shopping, whatever? No faith in police coming? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The like bad guys are feeling protected.
Emboldened, right?
Very emboldened.
This is also just kind of going along with Miami lawlessness and like Spirit Airlines type behavior. And so Miami has had a bunch of shootings. It's obviously spring break right now. The police are begging for help. They're all exhausted as usual because, you know, the consumerism takes precedence because they get about, you know, a Miami hotel tax, a this, a that. They make about $3 billion from spring break or whatever it is. And so now there's a curfew in place at midnight on the upcoming weekend.
Because of all the violence.
So don't go to Miami during spring break. Go to a nice place where old people go, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Go visit your grandparents.
Yep.
Number 2, the housing first thread. This was a thread I came across because we talked about this before, how in LA they try to do like the homeless housing and they give houses to homeless people and they gave like, I think it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars of value in an apartment per person.
Yeah.
And I was living in some like loft I could barely afford. And everyone else got like a $700,000 apartment for free.
You should have done heroin, bro.
Yeah. Or I should have at least looked like I was doing heroin.
I think that's what we're going to see.
That's exactly.
Like more fake addiction. Like, hey, can I get that loft apartment?
I just need a place in the middle of downtown.
Right downtown.
So
right
do I need a place in the middle of downtown too. But listen to this thread. Rap Boy's got some highlights from it about the problem with these giveaway our apartments to homeless people situations.
Yeah. So this is a guy who was 24 and he was working for one of these types of nonprofits. So it said, working for a housing first nonprofit in San Diego showed me firsthand how giving homeless individuals an apartment in downtown and paying their rent for 9 months doesn't actually help anything and eventually makes their situation and the overall homelessness situation worse. And he says, I work directly with veterans, and part of the Housing First model means our organization did not require the client to be sober in order to receive or maintain housing / general services. At first, this sounded right to me. Like everybody, like every leftist, you know, that's like, we got to get them off the streets.
Yeah, they got problems. We got to help them.
Yeah. This sounded right to me. But after looking over 50 homeless veterans, after housing over 50 homeless veterans and seeing literally all of them back on the street with their continued addiction after our 9 months of rental assistance was finished, I realized this was a toxic cycle. Each client had a case manager who worked with them during our 9 months of rental assistance to get them to find work or help them find services to aid their drug problem. But once we found housing, the clients wouldn't be as responsive, sometimes not answering calls for months. You gave me a house, bye.
Yeah, I would never
I'm
answer
doing
the call.
drugs in it.
I would never answer the call again.
And it says after 9 months was up, the client would then just hop to a new housing first provider and find another new apartment in downtown San Diego and begin the cycle again. So when I got to see this progressive policy in action, I quickly realized not only is it not progressive, but it makes the client more reliant on others for help instead of building that person up to become someone who is self-sufficient and a contributing member of society.
So that you can jump from like these programs to these other programs and just get a house for 9 months, then you're done. Next one, start over again, then you're done. And you just jump from place to place.
I'm going to the Facebook commune now, you know, like the corporate money that pays for all this and enables all this. It's really sad.
It is. It is. And there's people that actually do need help who are trying to become productive members of society, and you can't help them.
Remember tough love?
Yeah, that was important, I thought.
I thought it worked. Mm-hmm. And now it's the opposite. It's soft love. It's please don't do drugs while you're in your nice apartment. Here's a bunch of food.
Here's needles if you do. Yeah, here's a crack pipe if you do.
The Joe Biden crack kit.
But please don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough situation. Last piece of Urban Decay, which also could have been, this could also be Uplifting Gold.
Okay.
So we're coming into our Uplifting Gold section. So this is where Urban Decay and Uplifting Gold meet.
What video are you
This
talking
is
about?
the stealing gas guy.
This is Uplifting Gold.
Could be. So it's a guy getting caught stealing gas, and this is how he reacts.
What you doing?
I'm sorry, dude. I gotta get some gas. I'm sorry, brother Dan. I just ran out of gas. I was gonna get enough to go to the fucking gas station.
So you're gonna take mine?
A little.
I'm sorry, dude.
I'm sorry.
It
bro.
seriously was.
Guy's a
I'm
fucking
serious, I'm
scumbag.
sorry.
I don't think that's any Uplifting Gold.
I think that was funny how he's just like, yeah, you caught me.
It's
I'm,
fun.
I'm sorry.
It's funny seeing someone caught red-handed, but that guy's a scumbag, you know?
Yep. So with this,
I saw a meme of the gas, some guy with a Ring camera on his gas thing.
oh yeah,
Like,
and
just-
people locking it.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. It's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I was stealing your gas.
Yeah, you caught me.
You know how it is. You know how things are out there.